Hello everybody, my name's Annie and this is my channel, Annie's Ageless Beauty, where I talk about makeup, beauty, games, or anything else that's interesting to me and hopefully other people as well. I currently have two lovely co-hosts, Tony and Zizi, and neither one of them are sitting in the seat. Tony's in the closet. She's still there to help, so if there's an emergency, we can still call on her. But, I mean, she's here right now. She's not here. But I'm not alone. I have to have a fan blowing on me because it's summertime right now. It's summertime. It's July, and I have the Boxycharm Premium right here. This is the $35 box. I'm really interested to see what's in here. I know that it's focused on Norvina Beverly Hills, I think. And I know there's an eyeshadow palette in there because I picked it out. There was two that were available to me. I didn't care much about either one, but I picked it out. So I have all of my makeup on right now, except for my eye makeup, because I'm going to use the palette to do a look. So if you like my content, please let me know by hitting the like button down below. If you'd like to see more of my content, please subscribe and also hit the bell icon so you get notifications whenever I upload something. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please let me know about that in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. But if you upload any adult links, I'll be deleting those right away because that isn't what this channel is about. At least, not yet. Now that we got all that out of the way, this is the Boxycharm Premium box for July. And let's get right into this. I don't want to spend a lot of time. Here's our card. It's a lot bigger. It says Boxycharm Norvina Anastasia Beverly Hills Premium. There's a code. It says buy one, get one 50% off at AnastasiaBeverlyHills.com. Use code ABHXBoxy. My lovely co-host Tony has joined us, so I've got someone a lot cuter than me keeping an eye on this. Okay, to get buy one, get half off, you can use the code that's on your screen right now to do that. And this is also a description of everything, so I'm going to be hanging on to this. And the very first thing on top is the palette. I think I'm going to talk about everything except for the palette first, and then do the palette. I'm going to go ahead and keep this nearby so I can refer to it. Here is the palette. It is the ABH Norvina Collection Volume 3. This is Volume 3. I don't have any of the other ones, so can't compare it to the other one. But let's see some of the other things first, because I'm going to put that on. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills. Everything in here is Anastasia Beverly Hills. Loose setting powder, which I really like. Right now I'm using, I think, Airspun by Coty, which is a drugstore brand, and it's not very expensive. So I definitely look forward to trying this. It doesn't have the mesh. It has, yeah, you got to peel off a sticker, and then you got your powder. Okay, it's white. Would I buy this for $5? It's really like $6 or $7. Yes, absolutely I would. I get too deep into this. Let me describe what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to give each item a thumbs up or a thumbs down based on whether I would buy it for the price that I just paid for it. Not the price that that little pink card over there says it's worth. Because I'm really cheap and I wouldn't pay full price for anything practically. Let's call it $5. I'm calling it $5 even though these premium boxes are $10 more. That's really about $6, but whatever. Would I pay the $6 or $5 for this? Yes, absolutely. Which I've never really had a setting powder that was that white before, but I look forward to trying it. Right now I'm already powdered up. I am wearing foundation, so I don't really need to put more on, but I feel that my foundation doesn't look good until I powder. So I do use powder a lot, and I'm glad to have that. Forgot to look at the card and see what the card says about the powder. Okay, perfect brighten and set makeup in place with a loose by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This lightweight superfine formula goes on smoothly as it absorbs oil, blah, 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 blah. Setting powder is supposed to be matte, silky formula that gives complexion a seamless, soft focus effect. It's $38. So $38 for that doesn't really surprise me one little bit. I'm happy to have that. Let's move on. Let's grab this. Let me get rid of this bubble wrap. This right here is Anastasia Beverly Hills, of course, waterproof cream color. And it is a, I don't know. Waterproof cream color is full pigment cream color that provides high coverage and precise definition. This waterproof blendable formula blends easily and dries to a matte finish that won't budge or run. Ideal for shadow or liner application. So I'm guessing this is a liner. Let's see, what color is it? The color is Jet. So this is basically, I would guess, a pot eyeliner. And as you can tell, it's very smooth looking. So this is what our gel liner looks like. It is black. Typically I prefer brown, but wow, look how black that is. It's very smooth, very creamy. I can draw a very fine line with it very easily. That was just with one dip. I don't know if you can see that last one because of where I placed it, but you can see how precise of a line I'm able to do. Okay, I'm happy to have this. Would I buy it for the price I paid for it? Yes, absolutely. It's very creamy. It looks like it's very easy to apply. I look forward to playing with that. I'm going to clean up my arm because I know I'm going to want to do some swatches. This stuff doesn't want to wipe off once you put it on, which I would expect. Okay, so now I think I've got most of it off. So this is a plus for me. I would absolutely buy this for the $5 or $6 that I paid for it. Let's see what the little card has to say about this. I read it out loud already. This is $18. I think that's a pretty fair price. This thing felt very smooth, very creamy, very pigmented, easy to use, and a pot like this is going to last forever. Unless it will last me forever, even if it were color. Oops, I just hit my camera. Even if it were brown, it's a color I will use. I'm in favor of that. Moving right along so that we don't spend too much time. Anastasia liquid lipstick. Okay, let's open this up and see what we got. Oh, this is kind of like a nut brown color, kind of like a chestnut color, I would guess. Right now I'm wearing a very dark color on my lips, but I'm going to go ahead and just throw this on top and see how it looks. It's more of a neutral color than what I'm wearing, and it is turning overall look more brown. Goes on easy. It's not a doe foot, it's a little U-shaped applicator. I'm really overdrawing my lips right now. Then I talked and I got it even bigger. Oh, my lips are so overdrawn right now. We're gonna have to live with it like this. I don't know how silly it looks. That's a pretty enough color, I guess. It's not my color I would normally gravitate to. I like rosy nudes, and that's more of a straight up brown. But it's a color I don't really have, so I'm glad to have it, I guess. Would I buy it if it was in the store? I don't know, if it was like sitting on a rack, $6 for lipstick by Norvina, maybe I would. No, I'm going to say no because of the color. I would probably pass because of the color, though I'd be interested because of the brand. So that's thumbs down. Card says it's weightless, matte finish, smug proof, and long lasting colors. Okay, it's passing the kiss test. So it dried down pretty quickly. I can feel it on my lips, but then I'm wearing a different color underneath, so I don't really feel that that's a fair test because I am wearing a lot of lipstick now. So I'm looking forward to at least seeing what the formula is like. So that thing of lipstick retails for $20. Oh, I didn't even say what color it was. Let's see, what color is it? Ashton. This is the color Ashton, and as you can see, it's kind of a medium brown color, or a light brown color. It's not ugly, it's just not a color I typically wear. That costs $20, and that sounds about right. That's about what I would expect it to be. It's a thumb down for me, just because of the color. Let's move on to the next thing. What is this? Brown definer. Triangle brow definer in ebony. I won't use this. Utter trash to me. I do my brows in blue. Okay, so that $23, and it's a triangle tipped retractable pencil to define, fill in. Featuring three different size edges. Probably they're talking about how the triangle is going together. I'm not going to open this because I'm just going to give this away. Maybe I'll do a giveaway at some point if I ever got any followers. Maybe. That goes for $23, and that sounds about right to me. I mean, this is kind of a well-known pricey brand. I'm sure it's a very good brow definer. It's just not in blue, which is the color I use. So let's move on to the next thing. Maybe the last thing. Yeah, I think that's the last thing, besides the eyeshadow palette. Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Highlighter. And I don't know if this is in a particular color. Loose metallic highlighter for intense luminosity. So as you can see, the shade name is there. It's Vegas. So I'm going to guess that it's kind of a golden color. I associate gold with Vegas. Maybe champagne. I associate champagne with Vegas too. So let's go ahead and open it. Kind of a golden colored packaging. Beautiful plastic container with glittery top with the symbol for Anastasia Beverly Hills. It says it's got instructions. I'm supposed to shake it, then put my brush into it, then tap it, and then put it on my face. Go ahead and open it. I gotta take this sticker off first. Oh, and it popped all the way off. I got highlighter all over my dress. Okay, it is kind of a champagne color. I prefer things that are pinky more than champagne, but it's pretty light. I think it'll work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot, see what it looks like, just using a fan brush. So first, let's do it exactly the way it said. It said take, whoops, put the lid on, shake it, get some up top, whirl your brush around, and then put it on your face. So I'm putting it on my face now. It appears to be finely milled. I'm not seeing any glitter or anything like that. Let me actually pick some up and lay it down. Okay, putting it on this way, I'm not really getting a big effect. This is, I think fan brushes do kind of apply it a little lightly, a little more natural look. Go ahead and shake it up and see if I can get it a little more intense. There's a big old gob on it on there now. I can see it on the brush. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but it's falling off of my face. I don't know if it's showing up on camera. I can see it in real life. It's giving me kind of a subtle glow, but it's definitely there. It's also on my dress. It's not glittery at all. It's very finely milled. I'm looking forward to trying this and seeing how it looks with a different brush, because I don't think the fan brush is doing it any favors, and wearing it outside and everything. Yes, I would buy this. I like highlighters. This is a thumbs up for me. Let's see what the card says about it though. The loose highlighter by Anastasia Beverly Hills is a shimmering loose highlighter power, highly reflective iridescent pearls that deliver a intense sparkly payoff. Not in this lighting. Let me take a closer look at it. Let me get closer to the ring light. Is it? Okay. Yeah, I do see, once I get closer to my light, I think it was out of the range of it. It is quite shiny. I've definitely got quite a shine going on right now. And I don't know, now that I actually get into the light. It's easy to blend, soft velvety texture, silky finish, a loose powder version of the glow kits, finely milled. Yes, it is. For buildable colored, so you can create everything from subtle luminosity to dramatic high reflect looks. High reflect. I agree with everything it said. I think this does have a good payoff. I didn't see it at first because I wasn't close enough to the light. It's a light champagne tone that works well with my skin tone. I would definitely buy this for the amount of money that I paid for it. And they want for it $25. That sounds about right. $25 seems like a fair price for an Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. So no complaints there. And now we come to the star of the show. The ABH Collection Norvina Volume 3. 25 deluxe sized, high performance shade for professional grade artistry with maximum payoff. That was hard to say. I'll go ahead and open this up. I am the type of person who keeps these sleeves, so I'll be hanging on to that. It's got the butterflies and birds on front too, in gold on a orange background. It's got a very nice mirror, and this is the palette. Okay, so both of these color palettes didn't really grab my interest. I didn't look at either one of them and say, oh, that's the one I need to have. I tend to be more of a neutral person, and colors like this green and this really bright lime green don't usually speak to me. But there are several neutral shades like B3, A5, D2, C1. You could make a daytime look with this, or you could also go with something a little more adventurous. I think I'm going to go ahead and throw a look together real fast. The mirror is huge, and it's big, and it's beautiful, and I love this mirror. Oh, let me move a little bit closer. So I'll go ahead and put up in one of the corners the shades that I'm using. But before I throw some of this on, let's read what the card has to say about it. This is the Norvina Pro Pigment Palette, Volume 3. Expanding the Norvina collection, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Pro Pigment Palette, Volume 3 is a professional grade blah blah blah, featuring 25 deluxe sized performance. It's got a stunning autumn themed color story. I don't know how bright green and bright yellow is autumn themed, but okay. I don't know, does this scream autumn to anybody? Maybe some of the colors, like these reds and these warmer browns. I don't know. I don't think this blue or this screams autumn, but okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a look. Oh, and the price. Let's see what the price is. $60. That doesn't surprise me for the size of this. And, you know, there is a good variety in here. I can look at it and see, well, I could do a green look pretty easily. I could do a blue look. There's a lot you can do with this, but I'm going to go for a more neutral look because I think that's basically what I wear. I'm just looking over my color options. B5, I'm going to put that setting shade. Okay, there's a lot of kick up in the pan. I have to go in softly, kind of put it up here. It's very pigmented. I'm definitely getting a color payoff on it. I've got the mirror right in front of the camera. Or yes, hopefully you can see how it's applying. Pretty smooth, pretty smooth. It's a good, starting shade. I think for my actual transition shade in my crease, I'm going to go for D1, which is kind of an orangey brown. Okay, and there's a little kick up in the pan. I'm just using a blending brush. Very pigmented, very, very pigmented. I just really dipped once and it completely covered. It's also blending really easily. Yeah, it's blending really well with that other color. It's very saturated. It's completely covering up. I'm not even wearing primer right now. I forgot to put some on. I'm going to take a packing brush, take the same color, and just go underneath a little bit, underneath my eyes, just to bring that kind of crease color underneath, directly underneath my eyes. I always do that. I don't know if that's the right thing or not, but that's kind of my thing. Okay, this kind of looks autumny. I got kind of a rust-colored autumn look thing going. For the side of my eye, right here, I don't think I'm going to go too dark. I'm going to go with C3, which is kind of a terracotta brown. It's not that dark. It's a little darker than what I've got in my crease, though, just a hair. It's a totally different color. It's got a different tone. This is very pigmented. I'm going to need to blend it out. I look like a raccoon right now. I'm going to do that, soften it up a little. And on the side of my eyes, too, kind of. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and go for a shimmer now. Oops, I just dropped something. Now that's a box for my lipstick. I tend to like orange ones, and this does say it's a autumn, themed palette. This is number D4, is one of the most autumn looking colors I've ever seen in my life, so I'm going to go ahead and try that. I do like orange. It's actually, oops, I got cat hair in my brush. Get rid of that. It's picking up pretty well on the brush. You can see there's a fair amount of pigment on there. Let's see how it goes on the eye. Not that good. I could build it up if I wanted to. It took a while. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my finger. Oh, much better. So I'm going to put this on both of my eyes and the first half of the eye. My nose on outward. It's a very, very orange color. I like this. I'm wishing now that I had put a different color, because right now it's very monochromatic, and I'm thinking I would like something a little different in my crease. Like maybe a little of this yellow. I'm going to just hit just a little bit of this yellow on my blending brush and just put it right above it. It is very, very pigmented. I can definitely see it over that orange, which is nice. I was a little afraid I wouldn't be able to. Oh, this D5 is absolutely gorgeous too. What am I doing? I'm putting this in my crease. I think I'm going to put this all over the eyelid. Yeah, and especially in the corner. This is going to be my dark shade. This is very pigmented. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and take some of this D5, which is a kind of a goldy orange, and pop it right in the center. Oh, that's nice. Can you see the difference? This would be a very nice color on its own. It's very peachy color. And I think it is successfully lightening up that deeper orange. And in the very, very center, I want to go in with C1 and put it right in the center. Just a little dot to brighten it up even more. I'm trying to create kind of a halo eye effect. And it's definitely showing up. Very nice. I'm going to take a pencil brush and go back into C1 and use that on its own in my corner. Very pretty. It's a very silver gold color. I'm going to try to make a little bit more sunset eye. I'm going to go into C2, which is a red color, and just put it on the outside a little bit. Just lightly stamp it. Yeah, that's definitely taking it a little less monochromatic, making it a little more of a sunset eye. I like that. This palette is really easy to work with, and I'm having no trouble at all coming up with a look that I think looks nice. I do wish it was arranged a little bit better. This is really, really haphazard, and to be ugly, I wish all the warm colors were, if it was sensibly disguised. Like we got a green here, green here, green here, green here, green here. Why not all the greens in one row? This is made out of plastic, so I think it would be very, very hard to depot it and arrange it the way you'd like. I don't know. There's a lot of colors in here that you can make a very neutral look. You could, well, it says it's an autumn palette, but to me it looks more like a rainbow palette. So, yeah, you could get a lot of looks out of here. You could get a green look, you could get a teal look, you could get a blue look with this color here if you wanted. You could get a lot of different looks out of this. So, No, I do like this. It blends out nicely. I'm a little nervous about how dark it is. This is a little darker than I tend to wear. But I think it's a very pretty color. I think all the colors I put on my eye are very, very pretty. Let me go ahead and use this liner I got. Go ahead and put the palette away so I don't damage it. For $60, is that a $60 palette? I think it might very well be, especially if you use colors a lot. If you like different colors, if you use rainbow palettes, most of those colors I'll never use. The ones that I do use, though, I'll probably like a lot because there's colors in there I don't have, and I think I could come up with looks that I don't currently have the ability to make. So I'm glad I got that. I'm going to take this liner with just an angled brush, and normally I don't use black. A little nervous about this. Trying to get it not a deep line, but just in my lash line. Going on easy. Now the lower one. I'm not trying to tight line, but I almost always end up accidentally tight lining. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of smearing from where I'm blinking, and I'm really bad at applying eyeliners. It's not going to look that fantastic because of my skill, but the product seems really good. It's going on smooth, really dark, very pigmented. I'm not trying to put on a very big line or wing or anything like that. I'm just trying to get my eyes lined. Just hit the lash line a little bit. Okay, I guess I'm really tight lining on this one. Okay, a lot, actually, a lot, not just a little bit. Okay, I'm having no trouble at all getting this on my skin. It just glides right on. Okay, that's what my eyeliner looks like. I'm going to go ahead and throw some mascara on so I can have a full look. I'll go ahead and put this on and then cut that part out because you don't need to see me apply it. So this is it. This is the look I got using the Norvina Pigment Pro Palette number 3. I'm glad I got this. This has got a lot of really nice colors in there that I don't really have, and I think it can kind of inspire my creativity or your creativity because there are a lot of colors in here that I wouldn't normally use, but since it's all together, like, I think you could get a really good variety of look from this and have it cohesive. Anything from neutral look to something, you know, autumny like I got now, a very orange look, to something, you know, you could go blue, you could go very cool, there's a lot of different things you could do with this palette. This yellow with this gold I think would be stunning. This teal with this gold. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of potential here. The colors are very pigmented, go on very easily, and I'm almost certain they're going to stay. I'm not worried about that at all. For $60, that sounds about right. I think it's a good palette. I like it. So that's it. That was my premium Boxycharm, which I paid $35 for. This month, I think it was 100% worth it. I like pretty much everything I got in it, except for that brow product, which I absolutely don't need. The eyeliner, it's black, which I don't normally use. If I ever want to use a black eyeliner, I might reach for that one rather than a gel pen or a liquid liner. It's just really easy to use. So, you know, I like it. I know that my skill in putting it on, not 100%, or can't put on wings because it's difficult for me to put on wings because my skin is very wrinkly through here. And plus I have very little skill. I'm not used to doing it. So that's it. That's the Norvina Beverly Hills Boxycharm Premium Box for July. I hope you enjoyed my opening it. I hope if you got it, you got products that you like. If you have this palette, tell me some of the looks you managed to come up with or how you like to use it, because I look at it and basically the orange look is the first thing that came to mind. But I'm wondering, you know, what other combos would work? I'm really curious about that. So go ahead and tell me how you use it. If you think that the Norvina 3 palettes, if they're a good quality, I don't know anything about them, and you know, it seems like it's a really good quality to me. So that's it. That's all I have for tonight. Thank you. So that's it. That's all I have for tonight. Thank you for joining me. So that's it. That's all I have for tonight. Thank you. So that's it. That's all I have for tonight. Thank you for joining me. I hope you join me next time I make a video too. Goodbye. I just hit my hand. Goodbye.